Hello, this is News Around Africa here on Star TV Channel 21. Welcome, I am Eric Silas Kawa. Our first story for today, we go to Zimbabwe. Robert Mugabe has resigned as Zimbabwe's president. The current standoff is between the youth faction, loyal to his wife Grace Mugabe, and the former liberation fighters, loyal to Emerson Mnangagwa. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres is due to travel to the Central African Republic. South Africans are eagerly awaiting an announcement from President Jacob Zuma. President Uhuru Kenyatta has been sworn in for a second term at Nairobi's Kasarani Stadium. Welcome, you're still watching News Around Africa here on Star TV Channel 21. A teenage computer programmer who started an online advice service in Tanzania is the youngest finalist for this year's Ashisa Prize. Madagascar is an island famous for its biodiversity, but with booming population. We look at the biggest issue of all, the issue of slash and burn farming, which is threatening forests, animals and ecosystems. The Southern Africa team have pulled out, citing security fears in the host nation Kenya. Zimbabwe had been invited as a guest participant to the tournament, which kicks off in Kenya next Sunday. Over to South Sudan now. The women of South Sudan continue to bear the brunt of the ongoing fighting in parts of the country. Many have lost their husbands in the clashes, fled their homes, and are raising their children alone in refugee camps. French President Emmanuel Macron is on a 3-day trip to West Africa. He arrived in Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, on Monday night and was received by President Roch Marc Kabore. The International Monetary Fund has upped its forecast for Uganda's economic growth this year. The United Nations has asked Brazil to participate in the organization's peacekeeping operations in the Central African Republic. Charles Ambassador to the AU, Sheriff Mahant Zeni, said the African initiative, which includes national reconciliation and dialogue, is the only feasible solution to bring peace in Central African country. On his address to members of the Council, the AU Commissioner for Peace and Security, Ismail Chergui, said that the security situation in the country has been alarmingly deteriorating. Let's now go for some short commercials. We'll be right back. In South Africa, the Asian Chinese culture has come to the city of Johannesburg. People have been racing dragon boats in China for centuries. That's all we've got time for in today's edition of News Around Africa here on Star TV Channel 21. I am Eric Silas Kawa.